Hello everyone. Previously we had discussed about the primary key constraint, right? So today we'll be discussing about the composite primary key, right? So here, listen to this carefully, right? So I'll just remove this one. This is not required. Currently, this is not required, right? So I'll just read this one. Just listen to this carefully, right? A composite primary key is a primary key that is made of two or more columns, right? So a composite primary key is a primary key that is made of two or more columns to uniquely identify each row. To uniquely identify each row, right? So a composite primary key is a primary key that is made of two or more columns to uniquely identify each row. So here on this case, let me tell it in simple words. So yeah, this is it. But this is useful when no single column is unique, right? This is useful when no single column is unique. The combination of multiple columns becomes the unique identifier, right? So the combination of the multiple columns becomes the unique identifier here, right? So let's come to the example part here. Let's go with very simple example, man. Let's go with very simple example, right? So let me come here. I'll just give use and just make use of the database name here. So this will so this is the database name by test. So this is fine. Now next, let's create the table with the composite primary key. So we are dealing with the composite primary key itself, right? So I'll just go with create table here. So this one will be I'll just consider here course registration. This is fine. We are just going with a course registration here. So let me open the parenthesis. Let me close this one over here. So within this, let me go with the student ID, which is of type int, and also course ID, which is of again which is of type int. And the third one is, let's go with the registration date here. So this will be registration date. So this will be of the type date, format date. uh, and the final one, let me go with the uh, primary key here. So I'll just go with primary. Let me go with primary key here. The parameter student id and also course id. So let me do one thing. Let me make this capital S. We have considered capital S, right? Let me consider course id as well. Let me paste it over here. This is fine. Course id. So let me close the parenthesis over here. This is nothing but the composite primary key. We are making use of the composite primary key, right? Composite primary key. What does composite primary key definition say? It is a primary key made of two or more columns to uniquely identify each row, right? It is a primary key made of two or more columns to uniquely identify each row, right? So here we have the composite primary key, man, right? Here we have the composite primary key. So here we have successfully written the query. Now what shall I do? Let me execute this one, right? So the output that we need to get here is, see, let me execute this one. So here you can clearly see commands completed successfully, right? Commands completed successfully. Basically, we can insert the sample data as well. So we can just give your insert into this one course registration. So then along with some what do we call uh, arguments, and then we can give certain values and we can just check, right? So we can just check. So now we are getting the comments completed successfully or query executed successfully, right? So this is fine. So here um, yeah, this is it basically. So composite primary keys, basically what it does here is, it allows enforcing uniqueness using the multiple columns when a single column is insufficient, right? This is how we can make use of the composite composite primary key. So if you want to check this one, you can just check by inserting the sample data, right? So first you can insert one particular value, this one, what do we call, student id and course id is the mandatory, right? So you can just check with the same this thing, values one. So just give same values like 1 and 1, both this one student id and course id, right? So here you can just give the same 110 110 again, right? So I can just check like that, just check like that, right? So here I hope the composite primary key part is completely clear, man, right? For now this is it. Next, we will be discussing on the natural key. Next, we will be discussing on the natural keys. For now, this is it. Thanks for watching, guys.